Hey guys, what's going on? Zach here, and today I'm going to show you guys the last battle of the team challenge that I was in. This one was Pikarom versus Decidueye. Really tough match for us, but let's see what we did to the deck list to try to combat that. I know that we've gone over the deck list in both of the other videos, but for the people who may have not seen those videos but are seeing this one, I want to go over it again. If you have not seen either of those videos though, they're really good at matches. One was Pikarom versus Turnus, and the other one was a Pikarom mirror. So here in the list, what we have to combat Decidueye is of course the basic Tapu Koko that you have in each deck. We actually want to get energies on this thing and attack with it with Mach Bolt. But then we also have this Electros that you can slap onto the bench if you have at least 4 electric energies in play, and you may also move those energies to the Electros. So it's super good, super little surprise for Decidueye players. You just slap her down, move all 4 energies to it, and suddenly you're hovering over them and doing 130 each turn instead of none, because Pikarom can't attack with any of these guys, the main ones that they attack with. Basically, the main strategy we want to do is get Boltund out and electrify onto a Tapu Koko, and then we want to slap a couple Rowlets and things like that with Boltund while we can. Then when they have Decidueyes down, we have Tapu Koko built up to go in, and then eventually when Tapu Koko is about to get knocked out or does get knocked out, we can go in with Electros and start hovering over. The rest of the list is, there's nothing else in here to really tech against Decidueye. Crushing Hammers really work with Decidueye. The energy switches are really nice against Decidueye, because then you can take them off of the Boltund and put them maybe like onto the Tapu Koko if you need an extra energy or something. But yeah, let's get into the games. Alright, so as we hop into game number 1 here, I start out with Tapu Koko. I decided to let them go first. Can't really remember my decision making process on that. I think it had something to do with trying to get Boltund out and electrify as soon as possible. I didn't want to waste time with a first turn not being able to really do much of anything. I get the Crushing Hammer and get the energy off of the Rowlet, put an energy onto the Tapu Koko, and I'm looking at kind of an hand. I decided to just go ahead and research the rest after attaching the air balloon, and we're looking for a Boltund and a way to get an energy on it. Obviously we can't get an energy on it anymore though, because we can't pop the Tapu Koko and we already put down an energy, and it's not a basic, so we can't energy switch it. So now we're in a position where we're just probably going to go get the Boltund, put it on the bench, and we're going to have to wait a turn. I can't remember if I decided to do anything else with this hand, although Crowbatting seems a little bit irresponsible. That could have been used last turn. We're going to go ahead and Quick Ball away the Pikarom and go get... Oh, nothing is really that great here, because we already have Research in the hand for next turn. I guess we could just go get something to research away for next turn is probably what I would do now. But I already irresponsibly put the Crobat down, so obviously I disagree with some of the things that I did in this game. Oh, that light just fell over. Cool. There we go. Alright, they go and get another Rowlet down, and they have 2 Pokédolls. Pokédolls are kind of annoying in this matchup, although Boltund can just go up and smack them around, so that's pretty fun with me. But they have nothing else going on, so here's my chance. We go ahead and get the Speed Lightning on, and I'm going to... See, Marnie seems very bad, but also so does Research. So I'm just going to go ahead and Electrify and save this stuff in my hand. I don't want to get their hand... I don't want to get them something new, because obviously what they have isn't working for them. And I don't want to Research, because then I'll be getting rid of too many energy that I can't accelerate into play with Tapu Koko because I need him. And this Crushing Hammer, all 4 of the Crushing Hammers are just so big in this matchup that I feel like I need to play them all and make them be important. Unfortunately, they have an energy attachment and a Rare Candy Decidueye. I don't really know where the combo came out of, but okay. We go ahead and attach another energy to Boltund, put the Swell out, and Hammer for Tails, unfortunately. And I'm looking at the hand, wondering if I should play Supporter this turn or not. I may go ahead and Dedenne, or I might Marnie. It's kind of a 50-50 there, because with Marnie, I'm kind of safe. I get those cards back into my deck, but with the Dedenne, I can possibly go ahead and bring up the Decidueye, go into Tapu Koko and kind of get the first smack in. We're going to go ahead and quick ball away the Pikarom, look through the deck to see what I got left going on in there. Not really much already, if I'm going to be honest. So I'm going to go get the other Boltund quick. Not really for any particular reason, I just kind of don't really want to draw it, so I just kind of grab it. And I am thinking about putting the big charm down, but I'm not too sure because I could air balloon. So I decided to save it for the air balloon and then go ahead and knock out this Rowlet with Bolt Storm. And we get a boss's orders off the prize, which is really nice because I only have one in deck. Probably discarded one too already. They put up Doll and go ahead and Rosa. So they're going to go ahead and get a second Decidueye out, I'm guessing anyway. Which is pretty bad for me, and if they can find the grass energy this turn, they're going to be able to start hitting into my guys, and that is also really unfortunate. Because once they get some splitting arrows onto things on the bench, Tapu Koko can quickly become weakened and then get one shot, but they're going to have to do it twice. And the Tapu Koko is already powered up, so it's okay if they come up, I can still hit into it, but I don't get as many turns as I want with the Koko. So they're going to go ahead, like I said, and Rare Candy into Decidueye. And they do have the basic energy. So they're going to go ahead and get the Pokédoll into the bottom of the deck. Come up with the Decidueye and Splitting Arrow. So this is the first part where we're kind of thinking we're doomed, but you know, you always feel that way in the Decidueye match with Pikarom. So I'm thinking about putting the Electros down. I'm really contemplating it, but it would just be like a kind of a waste, I feel like. But I don't know, maybe I really should have. I'm not quite sure what I should have done there, because I can get it down next turn to finish off this Decidueye, or it's kind of a hard call even right now, because they can Splitting Arrow, get another 20 on my Koko, and then it's down to one shot anyway. I need them to two-shot each of these guys, and I also need them to not get more Decidueye. I need them to not have more energy. We're going to go ahead and Marnie, see if we can stick them maybe. And I also want to see if I could get a couple Crushing Hammers, but I cannot. So now we're kind of just sitting here. I think that maybe to deal with Decidueye better, Pikarom may need to play a couple of those fans. I can't remember what exactly the card's called, like Fan of Waves or something from Battle Styles. We may need to play a couple of those to get these special energies off of the Decidueyes, like for sure, because I think that that's one of the things that that really hurts the most. That and not having any attackers. Honestly, if you added one more, like 3 attackers that could attack Decidueyes into Pikarom, you'd probably be golden. 2 is just like, oof. But 3 might do it. But that's just too much teching for a single deck that you're probably not going to see that often. But the unfortunate thing is that when you do see it, you're just going to lose. And that's never any fun, so they go ahead and get another attachment down onto a Decidueye, and it's just kind of killing me. I'm already seeing the end here, but I decided to fight on because it wouldn't really be that fun if I just, at the sight of 2 Decidueye with energy on them, I was just like, man, let's peace out. Because I still have opportunities to, like, try some things. Still have a couple Crushing Hammers. I still have the Electros up my sleeve. I still have the Tapu Koko on the bench. Tapu Koko, although, isn't looking good. He's in the spot where I don't want him, and that is that he has 40 damage on him from 2 Splitting Arrows, so now he only has 80 HP and can be knocked out by Decidueye. I realized kind of later that the balloon on the Tapu Koko really hinders it, because if you attach a big charm to the Tapu Koko, you're feeling pretty good actually. It can withstand a couple Splitting Arrows. Obviously not the 90. The 90 will still 2-hit KO it, but it can withstand a couple on the bench and then a 2-hit KO. So it's a little bit better. I get Hammer and Electros. I go for the Hammer, and it is a Tails. And then I decide to go ahead and switch into Tapu Koko and try to take a chunk out of this thing's HP. I don't really know why I avoided so long to put the Electros down. Maybe that was my mistake during this game. But I go ahead and Mach Bout for 120, knowing that Tapu Koko is going to go down next turn, but also knowing that I do have Electros in my hands so that I can get rid of this Decidueye next turn. So I'm feeling okay. I'm just kind of thinking that as long as they don't get another energy on their other Decidueye, I'm looking pretty good. But they do probably one of the worst things imaginable, and they use Mallow and Mana on the Decidueye to heal it. So things are probably just dunzo here, but they knock out the Koko, and I will probably go up with, I don't know, Crobat or Dedenne. It doesn't really matter. So I go ahead up with the Dedenne, get another Crushing Hammer, go ahead and play it, and take off the Grass because that's the more important one. And I go ahead and put down Electros. Now we just kind of have to hope that they don't get any more Grass down, but I mean, I can kind of see the writing on the wall. And we will probably just retreat into Electros and attack. Alright, so we go back to their turn. They only have 2 Grass energy in the discard out of like the 5 that they play, I think, or something. Put a Rowlet down. They put an energy on it, so I'm thinking, oh, okay, this is pretty good. They go on Cynthia and Caitlyn. They grab a Mallow and Lana and draw 3 cards. So now things are looking pretty meh, but I can go ahead and Marnie them. So I don't though. Ooh, that was a kind of a mistake, but well, maybe not, because I don't need to yet. I need to this turn because I don't want them to have the Mallow and Lana, but they just go ahead and have the energy and tag call, and they'll tag call for another Mallow and Lana. So I can Marnie them out of the Mallow and Lana, but I don't have any more energy denial. All my Crushing Hammers are gone. So we're just kind of here looking like this is going to be checkmate. Go ahead and do the damage. And now we're kind of just chilling. I'm wondering if I should boss up the Rowlet, but I don't really know what that would be worth. I would need the Boltund to take it out, so I guess it'd be worth something if I could. But I think here I'm just gonna go ahead and concede, and I'm gonna say that I'm gonna go first next game. So yeah, a couple things went wrong there, but we'll go and see how it is in game 2. Alright, it's game 2, and this time I decide to go first, and I get a Boltund start with not the best hand, but it'll be fine if I have to get rid of a couple energies. So we'll go ahead and see what they start, and we'll take a mulligan actually, which is not what I want to see. But we'll go ahead and Speed Lightning, getting even more energy. And we're just going to pass, because I don't want to deal with the Dedenne. Maybe I'll draw Marnie off top, maybe I'll get Marnie by them. So we'll just kind of have to see where it goes. The good news is that I can attach an energy and knock out a Rowlet next turn if they have to keep this thing active. They go and get Guzma, Hala, and Cynthia and Caitlyn. They play the Guzma and Hala. I'm not quite sure what they're going to go look. They're going to go get, well, they just got rid of a stadium, but that's fine. Going to go get a stadium, an energy, and a tool card. Okay. So they go ahead and attach an energy, capture energy, get themselves a Snorlax, and then retreat into the Snorlax. Big Charm the Rowlet, so that I can't knock it out right away next turn, and they put out the stadium. And they'll probably just Gorman dies for a couple cards and pass it over to me. So now my hand is just kind of like, oh boy. I decided to attach regular energy and just go ahead and Dedenne. I didn't want to get any more energy into my hand after all of that, so I just don't, I I don't do the speed lightning. I just do the regular basic. And now we go ahead and stamp them. And we're going to boss the Rowlet, which I don't think that I remembered had that much HP. So that was kind of a mistake. Kind of not, because now it has 70 on it. I was going to go ahead and be like, oh, whoops. But, you know, sometimes I don't like messaging, so I was like, nah. I mean, it might not be a whoopsie because of the fact that that gets the Decidueye down to 70 HP, so, you know, potentially is better for me to do that when it's a little Rowlet instead of a big Decidueye. But they retreat it with Malilana, heal the damage, and put an energy onto it. I was hoping for a boss there because now I can knock it out, but I do not get one. I have to use the Marnie, and it's looking like an Electrify to the Tapu Koko is what we're going for, so that I'm set up to handle a Decidueye next turn. Can't knock out the Snorlax right now anyway, so I think that's the best play that I got. They put a Capture Energy on, get another Rowlet, and they have a Dartrix. So, still looking pretty good for me because Dartrix is not Decidueye. I can knock out Dartrix, and I have the means in my hand to knock out Dartrix, and I get to keep it. So, it's looking good for me, although they do have two other Rowlet, and everything has big charms, so those Decidueyes are getting a little bit hammy, a little bit hard to knock out, but they don't have any energy on the other guys, so I'm thinking Air Balloon onto the active, boss up the benched, and Reset Stamp, and we will probably look pretty good. Reset Stamp still nets them, but doesn't net them. It gets them 6 cards, but I think they were at 7 or something, so whatever. We'll go ahead and knock out the I always forget what its name is, the Dartrix, with the energies on it, and they'll go up with the Pokédoll. Get an energy onto a Rowlet, they Quick Ball for nothing, and Quick Ball again for Snorlax. And then they research. I don't have a boss in my hand, which kind of sucks because I just want to boss. We finally get a Decidueye out and a Dartrix. Kind of sucks, but we do get a hammer, so we try to hammer that energy off. We get the heads, and I'm kind of wondering what to do because I can't exactly hit into anything important this turn. I'm just going to have to go ahead and take out a Pokédoll, which sucks. I can try to go for a boss, but I'm thinking just a research to get rid of that Raichu is pretty good. We get another hammer into our hand, and energy into our hand. We're going to go ahead and attach the energy to Dedenne for the Electros later. And I think that we're going to Quick Ball a Bolton because we don't need a second one. And we might just get Dedenne out of the deck to, you know, have less things in there. But I decided not to. I've already got a Crobat, Eldegoss, stuff like that. So we'll just keep what's in our hand so that we can Crobat for the most next turn. I'm going to go ahead and not Decidueye, Eldegoss for a boss so that I have it for next turn. And I'm going to Bolt Storm. So at this point, I believe that I have 2 bosses, which is good for me. But I wasn't able to use one this turn, which is bad for me. So now they have the opportunity to do that and get another Decidueye down. They have another energy, and they're going to Cynthian Caitlyn, getting a Malilana, my worst nightmare. So we're at this point where it's like, well, we want to Marnie boss, right? We can't. So we're going to attach an energy to the Eldegoss. We're probably going to go ahead and hammer another head, which is really good for me. And then I'm thinking, what do? I don't know why I'm thinking about what should I do here, because the obvious answer is just to Marnie this turn. Because then I get the Malilana out of their hand, and then my bosses will matter. So we put the big drum onto the Tapu Koko, which is what I like to see. And I'm kind of thinking about what I want to do. Do I go for the boss? Oh no, Zach, don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, why did I do? Oh, okay, we're going to take out the Snorlax. That's fine, but I really would have rather have the bosses for the Decidueye now, thinking about it. Probably also 10 seconds after thinking about it right there, I was also like, I should have saved it. But I went ahead and knocked out the Snorlax. They got an energy into the Decidueye again, and I attached an energy to a Crobat, and what should I do here? Quick ball away the radar and get nothing, but then we're going to go ahead and Marnie. So the best move I got this turn, I only have one boss left, there it is. So I can maybe take a surprise Decidueye knockout. I really don't want them to have any Malolana the rest of the game, but they probably have one or two in the deck. I'm going to go ahead and Bolt Storm to get this Pokédoll out of the way, for now at least. They're going to come up with the Energy Decidueye, which means they probably have another energy in hand. They're going to Ordinary Rod. Let's see, what are they rodding back in? Rowlet Decidueye, and of course, you know, 2 basic energy. And they're going to Rosa. Interesting. Yeah, triple Decidueye is pretty much just checkmate against almost anything. It's just way too annoying to deal with, and eventually you're going to be bench locked, out of options, and they're going to just whittle your deck down to nothing as a win con. I was just trying to avoid that here. I wanted to make a good attempt to actually go toe-to-toe with Decidueye, even though I knew that I think it's the worst matchup Pikarom even has, to be honest. So, you know, we're not looking great, but we're trying. So that's alright. I'm going to go ahead and retreat into the Tapu Koko. It's finally it's time to shine over here. I don't know why I'm considering energy switches, or maybe I accidentally just had my mouse hovering over that. I checked their discard pile a couple times. I noticed that there's 0 Malolana in the discard pile, which means that they have 2 in deck / in hand. So that's making me feel pretty bad. I don't need a boss, obviously, because I've got the main concern right in front of my eyes. So I'm just going to go ahead and Mach Bolt. Do 120 to it. Hopefully they don't Malolana it, but I mean, if they have it, they're going to. So they go ahead and Malolana, attach another energy, and then they're going to Pokédoll. I really hate Decidueye, but come up Splitting Arrow. It's not going to be a knockout on me. However, it pretty much, again, is just checkmate. I mean, if they Malolana and interrupt a knockout for me on one of their Decidueyes, like, I'm pretty much, and get the return, like, attack on me, I'm pretty much just done. But I'm going to go ahead and finish out the game. I know that I have Electros in deck. What if they don't have another energy is kind of what I'm thinking. I can still, like, take it out with Electros. So we're kind of just thinking, like, do I do anything with this hand because it's got a boss in it? Like, I can't research because I can't research my last boss. What if they, like, go up with more Pokédolls? You know, there's just too many what ifs to research a boss. And I don't even want a Marnie because they have such a little hand going on. But somehow, top deck and energy, this is like guaranteed checkmate. However, they decide to go ahead and retreat that one, meaning that it has no energy on it. Looks pretty good. But they're going to take a knockout on the Tapu Koko. I'll go up with the Boltund. And now it doesn't really matter if I can't research because I need that Electros. However, if you look at my hands, my deck size, I have 7 cards. If I research, next turn, game's over. Now if I grab this Dedenne out of the deck, I have 6 cards, so if I Dedenne, game over. I have nothing I can do here. The one turn that I really need it the most, I have absolutely nothing that I can do here besides retreat into Crobat and pass. Until I get this Electros into my hand, there's just absolutely nothing I can do. So this is the problem with playing only one copy of something in your deck. I mean, there's only a 1 in 6 chance I'll draw it. I didn't draw it. However, I can draw 2 more cards with the special energy, so that was a pretty good top deck. But then most embarrassing part of the game / my whole life, I put the energy onto the Eldegoss. I have no idea even why I chose to do that. I was just like, I'll put the energy down and draw 2 more cards. Yeah, it has to go on electric Pokemon to draw 2 more cards, so I just completely messed that up. Who knows if that's what like dug my grave here, but I'll go up with the Eldegoss, and I'm thinking about floating up. Your boy's thinking about floating up, you know, because I get this stuff back into the deck, makes my deck meatier, and I have an Eldegoss to get another boss. So, I mean, you know, why not? I'm gonna do that and then go up with probably, I don't know. Yeah, this is a hard decision. It's kind of like, who do you want to get knocked out? Oh man, here too. Now I only have 4 energy, but one of them is going to get knocked out, so I'll have even less. And if they have a boss, okay, they don't, so I have 3 energy. I need to go up with the Bolton because that's the balloon. And I need to hope that I get the Electros and an energy. I get an energy, which is good. The energy goes on to the Dedenne, and I have hard decisions to make now. I decide, see, right now I'm just losing it, because if I had, like right now, if I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to retreat into the Dedenne, let them take a knockout on that so that I save the Bolton. You put the energy onto the Bolton, you know? What am I doing? What am I doing now? Oh, what am I doing? Oh no, this is hard to watch. I'm very sorry, everyone. I'm gonna Tingly Return. Okay. Another kind of sneaky move from me. However, I don't have any more Pokemon to bench. They have two energy Decidueyes. The only way I can get another Pokemon is to research or Dedenne, and then I'll be out of cards. So I kind of played myself back into the wall here. Not really much that I can do, and this game is unfortunately just kind of over. I don't know what I'm really thinking here, because, you know, the writing's on the wall. You either have to Dedenne. I can Dedenne for no effect, actually. Maybe I wasn't really thinking about that. Now that I think about it, I should have put a Dedenne down for no effect, attached an energy, and passed. However, it would never really matter. You know, I put the energy down on the Bolton to give it another thought real quick before I concede, and I'm just kind of thinking my way out of this, and I can't think of any way out of it. So I just go ahead and say GG and concede. And there you have it. There's the result between Pikarom and Decidueye. Just like you always thought, Decidueye will win against Pikarom. I gave it my all though, and I kind of got near there. I mean, you know, probably the closest I've ever been to beating a Decidueye in a best of 3 match. So, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're curious about how this team challenge ended for us, the first round, we unfortunately lost it. So we're already out of the game, but thankfully the team challenge is starting up again for Team Challenge 2. So we're going ahead and having our qualifiers for that, which I will record and put on the channel for you guys as soon as I can. I won 2 out of my 3 matches, as you guys have seen, and if you haven't seen my first 2 matches, please go watch them now. And my teammates won 1 out of 3 of their matches, so we did go 4 and 5 on the day. which isn't bad. I mean, that's the closest you can get to a tie there, so, you know. We won 4, so we did pretty good. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you liked it, please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and make sure that you check out LostOneCGs.com. We're about to have more, a little bit more shiny fates, and hopefully very soon, some more battle styles. So thank you guys very much, and have a great day. See you next time.